Hey everyone, and welcome back to the continuation of this video series. In the previous video, we went over the basics of the strategies and we went through a full Docker setup so that we have a full setup on our local machine. In this video, we'll go over the development process and have a look to the Phobos bot. Again, the naming convention, the moons of our solar system. Phobos is a moon around Mars. Let's review our strategy. It's a simple EMA crossover strategy, looking for the EMA 9 to go up and above the EMA 20. In that case, we take a long position. If the opposite happens, we take a short position. Let's go through the implementation. The first bit here is the base state.js file, and this is the one that the states will inherit from. And this state itself inherits from the main framework. It extends the bot state. These classes provide additional functionality to make life easier. So we create a new class of this base state, and we are creating a constructor where we are receiving four properties, objects, variables from the base framework. We're not doing much in this class. But we are defining the indicators that we're going to need, and those are the price, the EMA of the period 9, and the EMA 20 with the period 20. We are only interested in last closed values, which means that we're only interested in the latest closed value, so the last candle that closed. Thus, backtracking it once will get rid of the real-time value. Notice the gaps here. According to the timing of this strategy, we are executing the tick at every 1 second past something, and it doesn't necessarily mean that there has been a trade within that 1 second to form a new candle. So backtracking from that point, if there's no new candle formed, would actually get rid of the not the real-time candle, but the candle that just closed. So ensuring that there are no gaps will ensure that we are in fact looking at the latest candle that just closed. Okay, let's look at the states. The default state for any strategy that starts up is the state start. So the implementation is as follows. We're gonna import or require the base state, the one we just went over here. And we're going to define this new class and extend it to that state. We're creating a constructor, again taking the same parameters as before, and we're going to pass those along to the superclass, which is this class right here, into this constructor. And here we are implementing the tick function or method. This is the method that the framework will be looking for to execute this tick whenever the timer kicks in. So the first thing that we do is that we're simply outputting a little debugging information here. We're saying, okay, a tick happened, the trade is in this state, and it's looking at the symbol on this interval. The next thing we're going to do is that we're going to fetch all the indicators that we have defined by running this method execute bulk. And that's going to run a bulk call directly to Tappy fetching the indicators that we are asking for. So when we get that back, we get the values back in this TA variable here. We can access the data directly with the dot notation because we gave it this ID, EMA 9, EMA 20, and price. So we have direct access with the dot notation like this, and we need the value of the EMA 9 and the EMA 20. The value might be different for other indicators. Let's have a look. The EMA, we can see according to the documentation, will respond with a value property. All right. So in the state start, we want to take any direction that the market has. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. So we have two EMA values here. We got the 9 and the 20. The blue is the 9, the fast, and the orange is the 20 and the slow. So it looks like at this point in time, the EMA 9 is above the 20. So in that case, we will take a long position, and if that is a success, we will change the state to long. That means that on the next tick, the code for the long implementation is going to be executed. Now the same thing for the short in the state start. And looking at the long, it's exactly the same, except for we will only be looking at the reversal, looking at if the EMA 9 crosses down below the EMA 20, and vice versa for the short. We will only be checking if it is reversing to the upside. All right, and that's it. Let's boot this up and see what it does. I've changed the timing from the default of the FOBO strategy every 5 minutes to the 1 minute, just to just to speed things up a little bit. So let's boot this up. Now, in order for anything to happen, we need to enter a trade into the system. And there's many ways of doing that. We'll get into creating shortlists and scanning and all these things. But for now, let's just simply use the API and enter a trade manually. So we do a post to the bot, to the create trade endpoint, and we're going to give it these three parameters, which is what we're going to be trading. So let's shoot that over. Mongo says it's okay. Let's wait for the tick to come in. That's in 3 seconds. It's 59 now. All right, we found a trade. Tick happened. Live trading is disabled, so it's not actually entering a position. Let's see what we got. Get the trades. All right, so now we are in a trade, a short position for BTC USDT on the 1 minute. Let's have a look at the charts. Well, hopefully we may get a reversal here if we wait long enough. See what we have. It's 50, 10 seconds left. All right, that did not cross over, I believe. The EMA 9 is, well, actually it is. No, well, hold on. 787, no, it's below. So we should still be in a short position, but maybe this next candle is gonna trigger a reversal. So we can see that we got a tick still in the short. 25 seconds left. We are just barely above on the EMA 9. 10 seconds left. All right. It looks like it should be over. All right. So let's see where we're at. Okay, we're long. So what happened here is that it was going to close the short position, but live trading is disabled. So there's nothing to close. And then it entered a long position. Can have a look at the database, what is inside. We got a long, got a signature, where we're trading, what we're trading, some timestamps. Still long. All right, that's it for this one. Let's look at some notifications and some scanning in a future video. All right, see you then.